Welcome back to Capitol Review. I'm Mark Hall. President Trump continues to roll back DEI efforts, but there has been some pushback recently after the administration says that some unintentional mistakes were made. Joining us now is Cheyanne Daniels. She is the race and politics reporter with our media partners at The Hill. Cheyanne, welcome back to Capitol Review.
Sure.
We're glad to have you. Cheyanne, you recently wrote a story about the removal of the Jackie Robinson page from the Pentagon website, and the reasoning from the administration was that they're getting rid of DEI-related material. What was the response?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have been seeing quite a few pages taken down off of federal websites. In addition to Jackie Robinson, we saw the Navajo Code Talkers webpage had been removed from the website. We saw as well a webpage dedicated to Colin Powell had been removed, to the Tuskegee Airmen, all sorts of different individuals, frankly of color, whose web pages had been removed. Now, the administration said that these were accidental removals. Some, they said, by AI, as they've been working to comply with President Trump's executive order to remove DEI from federal institutions, including the military. But the response has been overwhelmingly negative, and the administration is facing a lot of backlash from this, as many are saying, you know, this does not feel like an accident when we continue to see multiple web pages being altered, being changed, being taken down. And we heard from Governor Wes Moore, who's a veteran and currently the only sitting Black governor. And he said that it's hard for him to accept the administration's explanation because it keeps happening again. He told me that sorry is only meaningful if you don't intend for that thing to happen again. But since it does keep happening, he says this seems very intentional.
Cheyanne, if you were speaking in front of a class full of sixth graders and they would ask you to explain what's going on right now with all of this, what would you tell them?
Yes. So what we're seeing is Donald Trump, the president, delivering on a campaign promise, frankly, that he made, in which he said DEI is done. DEI is gone and dead. And the whole reason is because for many members of the Republican Party, including the president, they argue that diversity, equity, and inclusion is discriminatory. They say that it is a system that's not based on merit, that it's a system that discriminates against white individuals. But many who are proponents for DEI say that without DEI, we wouldn't have Black members of the military, that our military, if we did have Black members, would be segregated, right? And that's actually what happened with Jackie Robinson when, you know, so many of us think of Jackie Robinson as this amazing, legendary baseball player who broke the color barrier, but he had actually been court-martialed at one point for refusing to sit in the back of a military bus. And so many are saying that these stories of our Black military members are so important because they are telling the story of individuals who went and loved their country so much that they were willing to sacrifice their lives, even though their country did not love them in the same way.
Cheyanne, have there been any repercussions? Has there been an impact on recruiting in the military, or have you seen pushback in other areas?
Yes, and this is a major concern for many of the Black veterans that I spoke to, who said, you know, if we continue to wipe these pages and we take these pages down or make these edits, even if they are accidentally, it's sending a message. I spoke with Kyle Bibby, who's the co-founder and co-CEO of the Black Veterans Project, and he said to him, there's two types of executive orders that are intended to do something and executive orders that are intended to send a message. And he said the executive order around ending DEI in the military is intended to send a message, and that message is that Black Americans aren't welcome in the military. And he said that Black Americans are going to pick up on that message, and when the military is already struggling with recruitment, this is going to sorely hurt those numbers, those efforts, especially when majority of our military members are members of color.
Cheyanne Daniels, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you, Mark.